Hey everybody, Sean Hatzel here with Get Lean After 40, and because the battle for your body begins in your brain, inside this video I want to share two foods that have a very powerful effect on your concentration, your focus, your memory, your brain health, and will help you banish brain fog. And because your brain burns more calories and energy than any other organ in your body, I would argue that unless you know how to nourish your brain the right way, you'll never see the changes that you want to make to your body, because it all starts up here. And the two food groups that I recommend that you add to your diet are: number one, high friendly fat foods like wild caught salmon, raw nuts and raw nut butters, healthy oils like coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil. Because your brain is really made up of fats and hormones are produced from fats, this is very important to add these things to your diet consistently. And then also, you want to add a second food group to your diet to increase your brain health, but you just want to make sure that you don't eat this particular food group with the friendly fats, and that is glucose-based carbohydrates. So I'll explain the combination in just a second. But the other food group you want to add to your diet besides these friendly fats is actually glucose-based starches. So potatoes, yams, squash, other root vegetables. I even love white rice because it's pure glucose, right? Glucose is the oldest evolutionary fuel on the planet. And for some reason, we've been programmed to believe that glucose makes us fat when our body only stores 1 out of every 120 calories we eat from glucose as fat. We only store fat as fat. So that's why when you eat these high carb glucose based foods, you hear they cause fat storage because they spike insulin. And if fat is present in the bloodstream at the same time, that insulin will take that fat and it will store it, right? So that's why people associate belly fat or gaining weight with these higher carb foods. So the secret is to keep fats lower when you have your carbs and to combine the carbs with a protein, and then make sure that you're eating them pre and post workout or at dinner time a few times per week, because then you'll use them for energy and recovery before and after the workout. And when you eat them before bed, there's tons of studies now showing it regulates your cortisol cycle to help you sleep better, release more growth hormone, and balance out other hormones. So the key here is to put this into a simple schedule. And what I do personally is I have 3 days of the week where I go higher fat, higher protein, and I avoid the carbohydrates. Now, I prefer that this is on a non-exercise day or a lower intensity exercise day, because I'm not going to have the energy I would from eating glucose-based carbs. Then, about 3 days of the week, I'm going to up my carb intake and lower my fat intake. So these are high carb, lower fat days. And again, protein's always going to be high no matter what, because it's the number one macronutrient. So by doing this, you're almost having a ketogenic type of day, because you're coaxing your liver to produce more ketones because you're avoiding glucose during these days. But you don't have to suffer through the keto flu. And reality shows that ketosis is no more beneficial for weight loss than any other diet. It might be beneficial and therapeutic for cancer and diabetes and heart disease and stuff like that. Epilepsy, that's what it was originally created for. However, research shows, and when you look at the published studies now, it's no more effective for weight loss than anything else. So being in true ketosis is not only not necessary, it's very, very difficult to adhere to. And the reason it works so well is because you're avoiding entire food groups like carbohydrates, fruits, and you can't even eat too much protein or you're kicked out of ketosis. So if you're going to eliminate 2 or 3 entire food groups from your diet, yes, you're probably going to lose weight. So the secret is to adding these carbs strategically about 3 days of the week, keeping the fats lower on these days, and this will help you optimize your leptin and your thyroid sensitivity, prevent the metabolic slowdown that happens when we exercise a lot and we diet a lot. And then on the other days, your body's producing tons of ketones and you're feeding your brain with these friendly fats. Both days are avoiding fat storage. So hopefully you got something out of this video. I know I gave you a drink of water with the fire hose. So if you want to go back and review this video and listen closely one more time, just share it and it'll always be there for you to go watch. And then, of course, give me a like if you got something out of this. Time, our most precious commodity. So I'm always grateful when people take time to watch my videos. So thank you. And knowledge is only power if it's applied. So go apply this stuff and let me know how you like it. Thanks for watching, and God bless.